here we are. It's the last video. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Can't believe I made 22 videos. That's so many videos. For my last video in this project, I decided to share something I learned for each year that I've been alive, which is very cliche, I know, but I decided it would be more interesting if I shared something I learned that year, starting from when I was born. So, here we go. When I was born, I learned that crying can get you what you want, or need, or want. When I was 1, I learned how to walk and talk at the same time. I became a multitasker very young. When I was 2, I learned how to successfully use the toilet. When I was 3, I learned how to sing in a group of people in children's choir at my church. Start 'em young. When I was 4, I learned how to read after having loved books for most of my life. When I was 5, I learned that magic isn't real, / not everything adults tell you is true. When I was 6, I learned that sometimes there are people who make you uncomfortable through no fault of their own, and you still have to treat them like people. And you still should treat them like people. When I was 7, I learned that the spoken word island and the written word island are the same word. That's what happens when you learn words through reading and not through hearing them. That happened with a lot of words for me. When I was 8, I learned that physical activity should be avoided at all costs because sometimes you get a broken finger in gym class and it hurts a lot. When I was 9, I learned that people notice when you're smart. When I was 10, I learned that sometimes when you do the things you like instead of the things that you're good at, you don't get as much praise, and that's okay. When I was 11, I learned that it's hard to stay friends with people when you don't see them all the time. When I was 12, I learned that sometimes people you think have to be good can be complicated or even corrupt. When I was 13, I learned that it's really hard to make friends when you're 13 and insecure and they're also 13 and insecure. When I was 14, I learned that loneliness is deafening. When I was 15, I learned that I love musical theater. When I was 16, I learned that I wasn't actually bad at singing. When I was 17, I learned that I had no idea what to do with my life. When I was 18, I learned that traveling alone doesn't have to be scary, and sometimes I'm very bad at things and don't get better, and that's also okay. When I was 19, I learned that being in love makes you literally insane. When I was 20, I learned that it's possible to be in an ostensibly happy relationship and still feel trapped and alone. And when I was 21, I learned how to truly love and be loved by others, and I learned what's most important to me. I'm excited to see what 22 teaches me. Thank you for joining me on this a little bit crazy project. I won't see you tomorrow, but maybe sometime soon. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.